discussing abortion today. I'm pro-life.
And I'm Ella, and I'm also pro-life.
And here's our podcast. Okay, so our outline's kind of just gonna go, we're gonna have different discussion topics and just discuss from there, and we're gonna go down the page and just discuss our thoughts on each one. The first one is, when does life begin?
That's a very interesting topic, Emily.
Yeah, so for me, I definitely think that it's at conception. I'm not a scientist, so I can't tell you all the facts, but
Yeah.
what I read was it's the beginning moment where it's a mixture, a unique new combination of mom's DNA and dad's DNA, and that's the start of a life. I don't know, that's when new DNA is created, and I think that's when life starts. But
Yeah, I got that same thing too. And I think some people believe that it's at, what was it?
at birth or
What did you say?
conception.
Conception, oh my gosh. Some people say it's at conception, and other people say it's at, when the mom can feel the baby, actually kick in the belly. When movement is felt. Because then they're that's when it gains a consciousness.
Yeah.
And, also, when does a baby gain a consciousness?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I saw something, too, that was, a baby doesn't need to earn the right to life.
Yeah.
What did I say? It was, the fetus doesn't need to gain the right to life. It's inherent from the start.
Mm.
So, the argument that it's oh, it's not alive, that's, I don't know. I feel that's still not, the right to, kill
Take it,
But,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next point we have is abortion morally acceptable under certain circumstances? So, this would be, an inconvenient pregnancy, rape, assault,
Financial
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, all that. Do you have any thoughts on those?
I think, I don't know, it's kind of a gray spot.
Yeah.
I think yes,
Mm-hmm.
but, if you're just killing a baby just to kill it,
Yeah.
just because you don't want it, I think there's other options.
Yeah, I think that's definitely where the line is.
Yeah.
I feel there are definitely some things where it's more acceptable, rape or incest, but,
Yeah.
for me, personally, I feel that's still not quite an excuse to take the life. I used to be a firm believer of, oh, if you're raped, you have full, you can do abortion or whatever, but now I'm more, it wasn't the baby's fault that you were raped, so, don't take it out on the baby. It wasn't, the baby's innocent,
Yeah.
The, taking the baby's life is not gonna solve that problem of, like you said, financial issues or rape, kind of things like that. But, I saw something once that was, abortion is a choice, but so is rape, robbery, molestation, and assault. Having the choice doesn't make it right.
What?
And
That's crazy.
well, I just, having the choice, people choose to do rape, people choose to do assault, and, you can still choose to do abortion, but that's still taking the life of an innocent child, But
Usually the rape isn't the mother's fault, though.
yeah, no, it's never the mother's fault, no. That's definitely not what I'm saying, but
But also,
yeah.
I think you gotta take into consideration, the baby, too.
Yeah.
If you don't get an abortion,
mhm,
eventually you're gonna have to actually tell the baby that,
mhm,
oh, you were born because your biological dad, raped your mom.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell him, and that's gonna be, super, super hard for the baby.
that would definitely be hard. I think, I'm definitely pro-life, but when it comes to, rape and incest, I think that's where it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It changes a little bit for me, but,
Yeah.
I still have my beliefs, but, oh, and then another thing I saw was, abortion doesn't erase the trauma, it adds to it. Kind of, I know not in every single case, everything is super, traumatic or whatever, But then again, not every single case is like super peachy and happy, you know.
Yeah.
But
And also, I was talking to my mom about this, and there's this thing, if you get raped, you can go to a doctor, and they give you, like, a rape kit, and it's where they go in and they, like, scoop out, like, all of the sperm and the eggs, so that way, like, you won't get pregnant.
yeah,
But
that would definitely help you.
also, like, I was thinking, would that be considered abortion, too? Getting a rape kit? Because it's already at conception.
That's true.
Like, the sperm and the egg already met, so, like, would that be considered an abortion?
I'm not quite sure, because I know, like, I only knew about, like, the pill, you know? Like, like, birth control or whatever, and I don't, like, for me, I think birth control is fine. Like, like, I don't think that's, like, practicing abortion, but, like, you know, there's, like, actual, like, abortion pills where it's, like, you take it when you want it kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, that's a good point. I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah. What a world we live in. Alright, the next discussion topic we have is discussing the extent to which individuals should have control over their reproductive choices.
That's a crazy question.
Yeah, so this one to me, I struggle with this one a little bit because the claim it's like their own reproductive system kind of bothers me because it's not like if I were to like hypothetically get pregnant and say, oh, it's my body, my choice, like it's not technically my body because I don't have 2 heads, I don't have 4 arms, like that's the baby's body.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
So you have 2 bodies?
yeah. No, but like people 100% have a right to their own reproductive like choices and like choices they make about their own bodies, but like I think it definitely ends when it comes to ending a life, especially when it's not your body that you're ending, you know. But let's see. Oh, okay. I found a quote by Matt Walsh. It was in a Philadelphia rally. He said, "They call abortion a reproductive rights issue. It is not. Because by the time abortion happens, reproduction has already occurred. No one is suggesting that a woman should be forced to reproduce. What we are arguing is that nobody has the right to kill a human that has already been produced." And I just kind of like that because it's like, I don't know, it's not an argument of reproductive things because it already happened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts at least, but...
You know, those are honestly mine too. I think there should be a limit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a restriction.
Yeah.
Because I don't think women should just be able to say, oh, I want an abortion, give me an abortion.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be like some reason.
Yeah, not just
like,
that it's inconvenient to them or whatever. But
because like if you're having financial issues, then adoption.
yeah, there's resources for you.
Yeah. And like, don't they have like places where you can put the baby in a thing?
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, like the vending machine.
Yeah.
Not a vending machine, but
Yeah. It's like a fire station kind of thing where it's like if you can't take care of this baby, they take it from you.
Yeah. And I think that'd be a better option than
That is such a better option.
killing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then they have like a chance at life.
Mm-hmm. Like I always see people that are like, oh, but like, what if they grow up to be a terrorist? What if
That
they
doesn't
grow
matter.
Up, like, they get a chance at life? Like, I don't know. I just don't like that argument. They could grow up to like have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
Like they could. I don't know.
Have a
like
life.
they could have a life. Yeah. Like just saying they could be this is not deciding their life. Like you can never like know the future. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just one of the arguments that bugs me personally, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so the next one we have is the role of medical professionals in providing abortion care. Something I think I want to talk about is that it's not health care. Like, I don't think abortion is health care because it ends a human life. And I personally don't think that's really health care if you're ending a life.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, find a, like, exact source on this, but I saw that, like, doctors, they have to take an oath when they, like, become a doctor or whatever. And I saw that they have to pledge to do no harm. Like,
They do?
apparently,
Oh.
yeah. Like, and obviously there are different, like, there's a difference between, like a surgeon in an ER versus an abortion doctor,
Mhm.
Like, they obviously have different training, different stuff, but, like, still, I feel like doctors are definitely there to prolong life, not take it.
Yeah.
Um,
What if it's prolonging the mother's life, though?
that's true, yeah. Like, for me, like, my mom, she has a pacemaker, so if she were to ever have, like, if she were to find out she would be pregnant, that's basically, like, a death sentence for her. So in that case, I definitely, like, when thinking of which life to save, I definitely, think, like,
The
in that
moms.
case, we definitely shouldn't take away, like, all the rights kind of a thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on each situation, definitely, but,
Yeah.
um,
I think that's for all of it, though.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, like, also, I read that after Roe v. Wade, doctors were, like, so scared to, like, talk about abortion or, like, give out abortions because they're like, we don't really know what's going on either.
Yeah. That would make sense.
So I think now it's, like, even more, like,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really know what's going on, and neither do
Yeah.
people, really.
Yeah, for sure.
And that makes it harder to, like, find doctors that give abortion
Yeah.
and, like, states that could, like,
Mm-hmm.
you could get an abortion at.
Yeah.
Because I think Utah's laws are that, like, you can get an abortion if the mom's life is at risk, I think.
Okay.
But, like, other than that, it's, like, you can't get one.
Okay.
I think that's Utah's. But, like, other countries and other states are, like, even more strict. They're like, you can't get it under any circumstances, even if it's rape. And some states are like, you can get one, but you need, like, show proof.
Mm-hmm.
Like, police, like, documents and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it depends on each situation. I feel like each situation's slightly different, and I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we discuss the accessibility of safe and legal abortion services. I kind of struggle with this one too, because it's like using the term safe when referring to abortion doesn't really make sense to me, because you're
Yeah.
ending the life. Like it's never safe for the unborn child.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so sad.
And I think instead of focusing on abortion accessibility, we should probably focus on resources for women who carry pregnancies to term.
That is so true.
Like financial aid, housing, healthcare support, just different resources for them instead of just going straight to abortion, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel like we definitely have, like, resources for that, just, like, we gotta put the priority on it, you know? I don't know.
And there are, like, aren't there, like, groups of people, of women who have had abortions?
Yeah, there's
Like
probably
support
lots
groups?
of support groups, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like there should be a support group for women that want to get an abortion and
Mhm.
women that have gotten abortions to see, like,
Oh, yeah.
if they want to do that.
Yeah, if it's, like, the right choice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, if women can't get an abortion, they go to the next best thing. Like, if
Yeah.
they really want an abortion but they can't get one,
Mm-hmm.
then some women take pills.
Yeah.
And that could be really, like, bad. And some people
Yeah, mhm.
stick, like, sharp things up their ears.
Yeah, it definitely shows the desperation, but,
Yeah. And also, like, if women are doing that, then I think you should just give them an abortion.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because then it's harming them and the baby.
Yeah, sometimes I, like, you know, I'm very, like, firm on, like, pro-life, but, like, if I see what woman is carrying that child and it's, like, a very not good woman, you know, that's
Yeah.
doing all those crazy things, like, obviously, yeah, like, adoption, like, foster care, all that's a
Mhm.
resource, but it can be definitely hard in situations like that, but,
Yeah. And I also read, sorry, I keep
no,
cutting you off.
you're good. I keep talking weird.
It's okay. That women that carry babies that don't want them
Mhm.
are like 20 times more. Actually, don't quote me on that, but they're more likely to have depression and like suicidal tendencies and anxiety. Besides, like, women that actually want the baby that are pregnant, they're like, they won't have that because the women that do just don't want that baby.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try all they can to just get it out, you know?
Yeah, that would kind of be hard to be pregnant for so long and not.
When you don't want to be.
Yeah, that would be a struggle for sure. Okay. Next, we're going to be discussing how various religions and cultures view abortion. So, for me, I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I looked in the gospel topics in like the little library app.
Mm-hmm.
And in abortion, it states that human life is a sacred gift from God. Elective abortion for personal or social convenience is contrary to the will and the commandments of God. Church members who submit to, perform, encourage, pay for, or arrange such abortions may lose their membership in the church.
Seriously?
Apparently, I didn't know
What?
that. Yeah.
They lose their membership?
I guess so, yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
Further down in the like paragraph, it said like, yes, there are some situations like the situations we've mentioned before, where it's like, you know, rape, incest, you know, financial struggles, things like that. It said, you know, some things like that may have an excuse for it, but still, it's like
It's still taking a life.
yeah. But I think that's definitely like that thing that I just read off. I think that's definitely one of the main reasons that I am pro-life is just because I'm such a strong like believer, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But
I believe the same thing too because I'm also LDS. And I think we believe that way because we were raised
yeah.
in the church. So like, but what about people who weren't?
Mm-hmm.
And like also, I've never met or like not met but like talked to a person who's pro-choice. So like I don't really know their points.
Yeah.
And like, so I haven't really talked to them,
That's
so I don't
true,
know everything
yeah.
about that. So that's probably why I'm pro-life.
Yeah. That's a good point. I actually don't know if I have either.
But also, like, people who are pro-life, you don't know if they've talked to people who are pro-choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's really, like, your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And also religion and stuff.
Yeah, I've been around pro-life for so long, it's all I know, kind of a thing. The
Yeah.
only time I see things about pro-choice are things, like, either, like, on Instagram or, like,
Mm-hmm.
news, or it's, like, something I hear in the hall at school.
Yeah.
But, like, otherwise I don't really interact with them.
Yeah, me neither. They
But,
kind of scare me.
Yes. But yeah, I definitely think religion is a very strong factor of, you know,
Yeah.
abortion and my stance for it.
Me
But,
too.
Okay. Now we're going to discuss the emotional effects of abortion on the individuals involved. When I was researching, I found an article that's called The Psychological Effects of Abortion, an Updated Narrative Review. And it stated that the American Psychiatric Society distinguishes between two types of disorders concerning post-abortion complications. PAD, post-abortion distress, and PAS, post-abortion syndrome. I won't
It's a syndrome?
apparently, I don't know. But I won't touch on the PAS one because the quote was too long. But PAD appears in the first 3 months after abortion and may persist for about a year. Its signs are experiencing a sense of loss or guilt, a feeling that life is pointless, sleep disorders, or psychological pain. I think it's crazy that like it can affect you that like mentally, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think obviously like human life is a huge concern here too, but it's also like that's a lot of like mental craziness that you're putting on the mother that has this. I know not every abortion is like super sad after. Some people are very happy, but
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them are definitely guilt-filled after. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen many things about like women who've had abortions and they regret it so bad. But
Because, like, that's a part of you.
Yeah. Like, you've been carrying, like, that egg all your life.
Yeah.
So it's been a part of you all your life.
That's so sad.
And, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just really important to know, like pregnancy is temporary, but, like, the loss you feel afterwards is...
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty permanent.
Yeah.
But. Oh, and something I saw... I actually can't remember where I saw it, but it said, abortion doesn't make you unpregnant, it just makes you the parent of a dead baby. And that makes me so sad. Like,
I believe that's so sad.
Yeah, it is really sad, but it's the truth, you know? Like,
Aww.
that's such a hard thing to take on as a mother, you know?
Yeah. Especially
Like,
if you wanted that baby.
Yeah, like, I know someone who recently had a miscarriage, and that's such a sad thing to have to go through. Like, for someone to say, oh, it's just a clump of cells, to a woman who had
That's her baby.
a miscarriage, like, that ruined her, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's such a sad experience to have to go through that I think that's definitely rough.
Yeah.
But.
And people want that.
Yeah. People look forward to abortions a lot. It's really sad, but, do you have any other thoughts on that?
I did, but I forgot.
That's okay. Let's see. Okay, the next one I have on here is the cost of raising a child versus the cost of accessing abortion care.
It is way cheaper to get an abortion. Like, way cheaper.
Yeah, I bet that is definitely part of the appeal to
Yeah.
abortion. But yeah, raising a child is super expensive and very hard.
It's crazy, yeah.
But, like, while it's hard and expensive and difficult, like, I feel like that doesn't justify ending the life of that kid.
Yeah.
Like we discussed earlier, like, there's a bunch of resources, like, support groups, like, charities, I don't know, resource
Foster care, adoption.
Yeah. Like, there's many resources for women to go to, and that doesn't justify, like, ending a life just because they want to, you know? No woman should feel pressured to choose abortion due to, like, financial struggles. Even though it's a hard thing, again, it's, temporary, like, pregnancy is temporary.
Yeah.
But...
And if you feel like you can't give that kid a good life, give someone else a shot at giving that kid a good life.
That's a good point. I like that. Yeah, abortion is definitely cheaper. And in some people's eyes, it's more convenient. But, you know, it's not an excuse for ending that kid's life.
I agree. Should we do the last one?
Yeah,
Okay.
that goes perfectly into our last one. Discussions on adoption, foster care, and education about, like, birth control.
Yeah. It should be way, 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 way better.
Yeah, we definitely need to put a lot more attention on our resources.
Yeah.
Like...
And also, like... Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay, go ahead.
And, like, with cases of rape, I think they should have classes... Or not classes, I don't really know.
Yeah.
On how to, like, prevent that. Like, how to be safe on your own.
Yeah.
Like, don't go out in the dark alone.
Yeah.
Don't go to the park alone. You know?
Yeah. I think a lot of people love arguing that, like, some foster care parents are, like, really bad to their kids.
That doesn't mean all of them are, though. Yeah,
that's still assuming that every single person, like, I don't know, that's assuming that their adoption experience is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Just because of something you saw. Like, that's not an excuse, you know.
On Facebook or something.
Yeah. But, like, while foster care and adoption can be difficult, it still, like, gives the child a chance to live.
Yeah. That's worth it. Honestly.
Yeah, that's great. That's amazing that we're... it's much better to give them a chance at living than to just assume their life is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we can't assume the worst when, you know, thinking of a child's life, because, you know, we never know what's going to happen. So...
And also, for rape victims, I just thought of this. If you put them up for adoption, they'll never know who their mom and dad is.
Yeah.
So they'll get, like, new parents.
Mhm.
And unless you, like, contact the kid
Mm-hmm.
or something like that, like, they'll never know that that's what happened. Like, that's why they're alive.
Yeah.
Like, they'll never know that.
Yeah, like,
So-
I definitely think adoption and things like that, they definitely can cause some, like, psychological things.
Yeah.
Like, it would be hard growing up knowing you're adopted or, like, you're the product of rape or whatever, but that's still much better than dying before getting the chance at life. you
Yeah.
know? At least give them a chance, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But, let's see if I have anything else. Oh, something else I have here, it doesn't have to do with what we were just saying, but some people argue that it's like, oh, this is like women's health, this is like pro-abortion, women's rights, but like, if we're wanting women's health and like women's rights to be good, shouldn't we let them be born? Shouldn't we
Yeah.
let the women be born? I saw this, it said, abortion promotes a society that believes motherhood is a drawback, fertility is a disease, and the unborn are disposable. Abortion is anti-woman. And, like,
That's so true, though. What the
yeah,
heck?
it's crazy to think that some people are like, this is like, women's rights when it's, like, anti-woman.
Yeah.
But,
So, like, you're saying taking away abortion would be, like, giving women's rights?
yeah, like, I feel like if we're wanting more women to have rights, we should probably let the women be born. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I definitely think, I don't know. I think abortion should be used in very specific situations.
Yeah.
And
I don't think there's... Oh, sorry. I keep
No.
interrupting
I was
you.
done, I was done. But, yeah.
There should definitely be restrictions,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they're good as they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's such, like, a gray space. Like, I don't
Mhm,
think there's
yeah.
one right answer, because
Yeah.
one answer for one person could be, like, awful for, like, another
Mhm.
group of people.
Yeah, like one person is just, oh, I don't want a baby right now, I'm not ready. The other person could be like, having
Give me a
peace.
baby.
Yeah, like it could be so important for them, or it could be like a death sentence for the mom, you know.
Mhm.
It's definitely different in each situation.
Yeah.
But all right, that just about wraps up our podcast about abortion. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ella.
Thanks for listening.
Hey guys! Thanks so much for listening.
Oh my gosh, guys, thanks so much for your support. We'd like to shout out our main follower.
Mr. Christensen!
Thank you for all your support. Oh my gosh,
It means the world to us, really.
Also, shout out to our sponsors, Chick-fil-A. Thank you for bringing us here. And
We couldn't have made it without you. honestly.
seriously, join us next week when we talk about gun laws.